What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we're going to be talking about the stock formerly known as NAKD, now known as CENN. Okay, so it just went through a name change. Naked brand has officially switched in to Cenntro Electric Group, and not just in company name, but also in ticker symbol now. So, all in all, good stuff is going on for the stock. We're going to talk about it. CENN is pumping up today. So, let's take a look at the chart and see what we're talking about. It's not up massively, I'll admit. It's up about 7.47% on the day. And the way that they've chosen to handle this transition into CENN stock from NAKD on TD Ameritrade is to apparently make a whole new ticker symbol and a whole new chart for it. And if you actually want to see what happened in the past, you have to go click on NAKD stock, and then you can actually see what's happened to the past price action. So unfortunately, CENN is starting off on a new chart entirely. It looks like they'll likely update this at some point and add in the past price action onto the CENN chart. But for now, you only have 1 day of activity to look at, so you can't actually tell that it's up 7.66% from yesterday's close, but it is. So all in all, good stuff has been going on for CENN stock. Now, that hopefully clears up people's questions about what happened with this whole name change. Basically, they just changed the ticker symbol from NAKD to CENN, so the Naked Army is no more. It's no longer, this stock no longer has any ties to its old meme stock former self. But there is still some good stuff that we've got going on. So first off, they did change their ticker symbol, and the CEO said, when this news was announced, he said, "We are pleased that our new trading symbol now aligns with our brand and will strengthen our visibility with investors and provide consistent recognition to our shareholders as we reach another milestone as a public company." So all in all, the CEO is excited about this, and it's very interesting. If you look at the Google Trends data, you can actually see that there are two lines on this chart. One, the blue line is searches for NAKD stock, and the red line is a search for CENN stock. And you can see that that started around 4 today. The red line started trending when CENN stock started trading. And you can actually see, if you zoom in on the chart, that it started trading at 419. And this was a big blunder on management's part because they could have just waited 1 minute to allow this stock to start trading, and it could have started trading at 420. So big mistake. I'm very disappointed in the management for doing that, but it's what happened. So all in all, things are looking good on the Google Trends data. And, a lot of people were potentially confused about this whole transition, or maybe just excited to see the spike up in price because this stock is currently trending on StockTwits. It is the number 6 most active ticker symbol, CENN, Cenntro Electric Group. And all in all, it looks like this is pretty good news for the stock, right? I'm actually very excited that they've changed this ticker symbol over. Reason being, I think it does represent the company a whole lot more. I think people will be much more excited to buy into CENN stock, an up-and-coming EV company, than NAKD stock when it doesn't really tie in with Cenntro Electric Group. NAKD does not make much sense. Studies have shown, actually, that when you have easier to pronounce stock symbols, it ends up reflecting better for the stock's price over the long term. So all in all, I'm happy to see that CENN is trading as CENN instead of NAKD. And we're going to talk about why I'm somewhat bullish on CENN stock, why I think that this stock will likely be going up in the future. Right after we covered the channel analytics, which we have right here, it looks like we just got a couple new subscribers. We have 9,823 subscribers on the channel. We're trying to get to 10,000. So if you guys want some more CENN stock news, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We only need about 180 more people to do it. So if you wanted to join, that would be much appreciated. I would really love to get there, hopefully by the end of January. So something that's been going on, first of all, with CENN stock. One of the reasons why it's one of my favorite EV companies is because they actually hold a record, right? Cenntro holds a record for having sold and delivered more commercial electric vehicles than any other EV company. Now, that alone is impressive, but what's even more impressive is that they have really great revenue and growth projections regarding vehicle deliveries. So they are expected to collect about 25 million in revenue over the course of 2021. We'll obviously see if that's the case at their next earnings call. And in 2022, instead of 25 million in revenue, they're expecting 500 million. So about a 20x increase in revenue over the course of 2021 to 2022. And then in 2023, they're expecting 2.1 billion. So first, they're expecting to 20x their revenue, and then they're expecting to 4x that already 20x revenue. So it looks like an incredibly growth projection that they have ahead of them. Now, the fact that they've been falling in price, if you look at NAKD stock, is unfortunate, right? Obviously, they have been falling quite a bit, especially since the merger. They've been falling quite a bit as well. And it's understandable, right? A lot of people weren't in this stock because it wasn't an electric vehicle company. They wanted to be a naked brand stock. And when this merger went through, some people obviously left the boat, right? They left the party. They don't want to be part of CENN stock. And that's understandable. If they don't want to, then that's fine. Then they can sell the stock. But I do think that we probably have a bright future ahead of us. Not just because of these revenue projections, but also because it seems incredibly likely that they'll be able to reach them, right? They are expected after this merger to have $282 million in cash as a company, so they can use that to develop the further production of vehicles and the further deliveries of vehicles. They also had a notable month in December, right? They had their highest volume deliveries in December ever. So they produced and delivered 628 electric vehicles. Most of those were the Logistar 200 or LS 200 that they ended up sending to Europe that were purpose-built to navigate European streets. So a lot of their vehicles are going to Europe. We've also got 2,000 vehicles ordered from Japan. So they received an order towards the end of November for 2,000 electric vehicles that they eventually are going to deliver to Japan, with end customers being Amazon. So Amazon, it looks like, is actually testing out some of Centro's vehicles, potentially starting using them in Japan. And then if they're good enough, maybe they'll start using them in the United States as well. But Centro's been working on a lot of different stuff, right? They've got a couple of different vehicles. Obviously, some are purpose-built for European streets. Some are going to be more widely used in Japan. And most notably and most recently, they've developed a new state-of-the-art autonomous vehicle, not for sale yet, but it was just revealed at the Consumer Electronics Show at CES in Vegas, a very prestigious show every year they do to show off the latest technology in the world, basically. And it's called the iChassis Skateboard. Now, it's a very small EV, right? It was engineered for last mile delivery services. They don't want to use this, to go very far. They want more so probably for this to come out of some larger vehicle or from some station that's positioned deep in a city so that they can just send it not all that far. And it can engage in package delivery, mobile vending machine delivery, city sanitation, and even city surveillance. So maybe China will be picking up some of these to use for city surveillance purposes. But you can see a little picture of it right here. It's relatively tiny. And once again, this is just the chassis. So obviously, they wouldn't just be putting boxes on the back of this and sending it out, and then people could grab the boxes. They would obviously have something on the back of this containing the packages. This is just the chassis once again. So all in all, Cenntro, CENN, and NAKD stock, I guess we'll say that too, are looking like a pretty good buy at the moment to me personally, right? I'm not recommending that anyone buy it. This isn't financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know some of the news, some of what they've got going for them, as well as clarifying, what happened with the whole name change, the whole ticker symbol change from NAKD to CENN, just in case anyone was curious, because I know a lot of people were actually very confused when they initially went through the reverse split and started trading under the name Cenntro Electric Group. I know a lot of people were confused about that. I figured maybe some people would be confused about this ticker symbol change as well, so I decided to just make a video and cover some of the more recent news that we've got for them, as well as the ticker symbol change news. So other than that, guys, if you enjoyed the video and want to hear more about CENN stock, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.